Alrighty, so here we are looking at the abacus and gotta add these products. Hello everybody, hello. Oh, wrong one. Here we go. So we are looking at an abacus. An abacus is a counting tool. This counting tool is to help us visualize our numbers. So that's what this is. So when we visualize our numbers, we're going to count on the abacus. We have one. Nope, that's not one. So we're going to clear the abacus. We have to clear it. So we have to clear it. So then we have 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5. So all the top B is a value of 5, and then we have 6. 6 looks like that. That's what it looked like. So. Okay. So let's start off with understanding this maze. We're going to do a couple of questions. Okay. There we go. All right. So we have our number. Hello, everybody. Hello. What we're going to do is we're going to figure out what number this is. So we have our top beat is value of 5. Bottom beat's a value of 1. There's 4 of them. 1, 1, 1, 1. All of this is 4. This one is only 5. Hello. And so we have another one. We have the top beat is a value of 5. And we have 3 of them. 1, 1, 1. So these are all the values of 1. And this is actually 8. So we have 9 and 8. So our answer is 98. Because we bring it together, it becomes 90 and 8. So this is the tens and this is the ones. Hello, everybody. Hello. So this is 98 on the abacus. And we get to the next number. Hello, hello, hello. So we have our next number. We have our top beat is the value of 5, and then the bottom beat's a value of 3. 1, 1, 1. I'm sorry. The bottom beat's a value of 1, and then there's 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. So 3 plus 5 is equal to 8. Hello, cactus. Hello, cactus. How are you today? So we have 8 on the abacus, and we take it to this next number over here. Thank you, cactus. It is 8. You're absolutely right. So what number do we have here? We have the top beat of value of 5. We have the bottom beat, all value of 1. There's 3 of them, and then we have 1 here. So what number do we think that is? Thank you. Is it 81? Yes, thank you, cactus. It is. It is 81 because we have the top beat of value of 5 and then 1, 1, 1. There's 5 plus 3 is equal to 1, and then we have 1 right here. Thank you so much. So 81 looks like that. And then thank you, Merc. Hello, Merc. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? So we have our next number. We have our tens, and then we have our ones. What number do we think that is? The top beat is a value of 5. 1, 1, 1, 1. There's 4 ones here, and then there's 1, 1, 1. There's only 3 ones here. So together, this becomes thank you, cactus. Thank you, cactus. Thank you, Merc. It is 90. It is 3. Thank you. Hello, board. Hello, board. How's it going? How's it going? It is 9:45. It is 9:44, and I know I'm late. I know I'm late. But I was just kind of like, I was trying to plant some tomatoes. So we have our tens and we have our ones. We have our number. We have our tens and our ones. What number do we have? So we have the top beat is a value of 5 and then 2 bottom beats. We have the top beat is value of 5 and 3 bottom beats. So we have, I pressed the wrong number. That's all right. So we have 78. There we go, 78. Hello, everybody. Hello. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. 78 looks like that. And then we get our next number over here. What? Yes, thank you, Merc. Yes, it is. We have 78, and then we have our next number. We have our 5 in the top, 3 on the bottom. We have 4 here, 1, 1, 1, 1. Hello, I drove. Ooh, that was it scary or was it exciting for you? Bored. Were you scared or were you excited? So we have, yes, we have 80 and 4. Thank you, Merc. Yes, we have 84. 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, hello, everybody. Hello. So we have 84, and then we have our next number. What number do we have? I technically not. Oh, I moved it. Oh, I see. Was it exciting? It must have been exciting. I know. When I was a kid, my cousin and I actually took a little joyride with the parents' car, my uncle's car, and yeah, that was a little scary. I think he was only maybe 14 at the time. So our next number is, we have the top beat is a value of 5 and the 4 bottom beats, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4 plus 5 is equal to 9. Thank you, Tina. Hello, hello. And then we had 3. 1, 2, 3. Hello. I was scared, but it was really fun. Yeah, didn't know anything until you. Oh, thank you, Merc. I heard the six next to the crush. I tucked in, I shared, and I loved what to do. Thank you. Did you tell him that you know how to? Did you flex that you know how to use the abacus? Tech, bra. Did you tell him that you know how to use the abacus? There's a lot of people that's doing a lot of flexing with the tech with the abacus. It's really quite funny. Thank you, Tina, for the finger heart. Thank you so much for the finger heart. Yeah. So we have 93. Thank you. So this is 93, and then we have here. Yeah. And then we have the top bead is a value of 5, and the bottom bead is a value of 2. So we have 5 plus 5 over here. So this is 50, and then this is 2. So, oh, that's cool. Okay, Tech Bra, that's cool. Good luck. Good luck. I'm scared, but it was really fun. Yeah, it is scary. If you, well, I don't know if you can. How about, so it's interesting when yeah, driving and stuff, it's kind of crazy. It's more in if you can get to like a place where there's no poles and stuff, like a big giant parking lot with no poles, or even like out in the boonies where where there's just like complete desert. Oh, but you're, yeah, in a complete desert area, that'd be cool to go drive around as well. Okay, so we have our top bead as a value. We have the 3 beads here. This is the 10s, and then this is the 1s. So if I notice that this is the top bead, it's not touching this horizontal bar, so it's not being counted. So we have 3 on this side. This is actually 30 because we have our 10s and our 1s, and then this is actually 7. No, this is 8. Why? Because we have the top bead as a value of 5, and then 3 bottom beads. So 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. Yes. And I parked. Oh, you did. That's fantastic, board. Jade. Jadey. Jaden. No, it's not 3. No, it's not. It is not 3,300. It is not. When we're looking at it, you'll notice here that there's a dot right here. This tells me the ones place. So when we're looking, we have our ones. So it'd actually be 3,000. It's actually 33. So you're close, very close. And I just needed to add the top beat. So this is actually 338. So the top beat is a value of 5, and then 111. So these are 3. So you're very good. Thank you so much, JD Maya, Jaden Maya. Thank you, Jaden Maya. So when we're looking at it, we have our next number, right? So there's 30 and 8. Does that make sense? And then we have our number, right? And then we have our next number. So this looks very close, right? Very similar. We have our top, we have the bottom, bottom bead is a value of 1. So there's 1, 1, 1, right? And then what do? We have the top bead is a value of 5. The top bead is a value of 5. And then we add 1, 1, 1, 1. So this is 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. Yes, thank you, Merc. Did that make sense, Jaden? So we're going to keep going. So yes, it is 39. And then we have our next number. We have our 10s and we have our 1s. Thank you. Yes, thank you. No, thank you. You're doing really well. It was just one of those things, like you just need to know where the place values are, and I didn't add that extra bead. So you're really on the right track. Thank you. This is my second time. Oh, yay. This is awesome. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Well done. Well done. What number do you think this is? No name. Please teach us how to subtract. It confuses me so much. Wait. What's it is 94. Yes, thank you. It is 94. And that's very good. You have the dot. No. It's the first one. 94, and then there's a decimal. The decimal sits, right, but after the ones, and then there's the tenths, and then there's the hundreds. So when we're looking, we have our tenths and we have our hundreds. Yeah, you're good. So it's the decimal here. So we have the ones over here. So the ones is right here, and then we have our tenths. That's where the decimal sits. The decimal sits between our ones and our tenths. Yeah, so you're good. You got that. Good job. So it is 90. It is 4. So we have 94 over here, and then we have our next number. How do you use the subtract? I'm sorry, Bubbles. How do you use an abacus for math? Does it keep track of? Is it to keep track of the last number tabulated? Yes, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. What it does is it keeps a running total. That's all it does. That is all it does. Thank you. It is 30. It is 6. Thank you. No name. Yes. That's how you do it. 36. We have 3. 1, 2, 3. This is in the tens column, and this is 6. 5 plus 1 is 6. Yep. So the interesting thing, oh, that's the end. So the interesting thing about it, Bubbles, is that the fact that you can see your running total, you can do a lot more and you can visualize your numbers. So that's really the crazy thing about it. This is my book. This is my book. My book is about the tens place. No, yes, the tens and the hundreds. And if you're interested, I do have it pinned in the bottom. Yes, I can't believe you made all these books. Oh, yeah, yeah. It's been I'm still in the process of making more books, but it's just one of those things like I really do enjoy, and it's kind of fun. The problem is trying to figure out, how to balance publishing books and continuing with my lives, You know what I mean? Thank you so much, Jaden. Thank you so much. I took a 3-hour nap after the parade. Oh yeah, that's right. How was the parade? So for those of you that are interested, oh, thank you, Ismail, for checking in. Thank you. So, for those of you that are interested, I have my 2-digit puzzles. I might need to. It seems fun. It is fun. Welcome, welcome. Oh, welcome. Yes, welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, Bubbles. So it makes sense, right? See, Bubbles. Just so you know, we actually do the calculations in our head. All the things that I do, that I show you, like how to add the 10, how to take away the 5, and all that, all this and that. That's all actually done in your head. The abacus only tracks your numbers. It only keeps a running total. And that's the crazy thing about it. Yeah, that realization itself, it doesn't even calculate. You're the one that's doing calculate. That's why it keeps your brain active, right? So what we're doing is we're trying to keep our brain active. We're trying to keep our brain gymnastics. The band couldn't decide. Oh, really? That's too bad. Well, I'm sure this is the first one, right? So then, for your band, I couldn't decide on the pace. But then, don't you have a leader? With the baton and stuff. They're supposed to be the one that keeps pace. So for those of you that are interested, we talk about the big brain notes. I introduce how to read the abacus. We talk about the single digits. We talk about the double digits. So that's what we're doing. We're doing double digits. So 28 on the abacus. 28 on the abacus is 20 and then 8, right? 2 and then 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 on the abacus, and that's what 28 looks like. And that's what it looks like on a picture, right? Thank you, Create. Thank you. No, I'm pretty much was holding the batter. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, this is the maze. You figure out what the answers are, right? And then you try to follow the path. But notice that you can actually see what the answers are. So that's why I give you this thing called a mask maze. The mask maze is available for you to download, right? It's up to you to download on a thicker piece of paper, and then you can't see the answers, and then you're really focused to trying to figure out what those answers are. So that's what this is. And then, if you're ever interested, I do have another thing called a reverse maze. What is a reverse maze? Well, I give you the path, right? I give you the path, and then it is up to you to figure out how to color in the abacus. That's what that is. So here's the path, right? And then here are the numbers, and it is up to you to color in, because I like coloring, and I think coloring is fun, and I think coloring is very meditative and very relaxing. So thank you everybody for joining. We're going to continue on understanding how to read the abacus. Thank you. So for those of you that are interested, thank you so much for joining. Hello everybody. Hello. We are going to do this number. So notice that there is a ones over here. This is my ones place. When we look at the ones, we are going to do thousands. Notice that there's another dot here. This is my thousands. So I have 3,456. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for liking the live. They would almost run us over, so we would speed up, and then they would slow down, so we would slow down. Over. Oh, that's very interesting. That's still the first beginning of the year, right? So I'm sure it will happen better in time. The leader will lead properly. So we can do it, notice that I have a comma over here. That's why we have a label here, because it's easier to see. But here, when we look, it's a little bit more difficult to see. So what we're trying to do is we understand where the labels are. So let's do it again. We can actually do 73,456.25. There we go. I miss marching band though. Wait, isn't that your parade? Wait. isn't that your parade is the marching band, or is it just a bunch of people? I thought you were in the marching band. Thank you, 300. Thank you. We don't have it at the school. Oh, I was confused. I thought you were in the marching band, not just the parade. Oh, my hair looks great. Thank you, 300. So this is what it is, 73,456.25. That's what we're doing. So then you might be wondering, well, what about this number? Well, this number would be 55,000. What? What?
55 burgers, 55 fries, 55 tacos, 55 pies, 55 cokes, 55 wings, 55 shakes, 55 pancakes, 55 pasta, 55 peppers, and 155 taters.
So, I'm in the band. Oh, not in the band. You're in the choir. And the choir does the parade. I see, I see. So this is 55,555.55. That's what that is. So when we're looking, you can do a whole row of fives or a whole row of sixes. You can do a whole row of eights, and then you can do a whole row of nines.
99 problems, but a ain't one. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a ain't one. Hit me.
So it would look like this, 99,999.99. There we go. So we're going to continue on. We could do it like tally marks. So I'm going to clear my abacus. So I cleared my abacus, I can do 1, right? No, the band does the parade. I volunteered to hold the banner. Oh, I see. That's interesting. So the marching band is different than the band? I'm so confused. Excuse me. Okay, so we have 1 on the tally marks. So we're going to start doing tally marks. If we do 1 on the tally marks, and then we have 2 on the tally marks. That's what 2 is. And then we have 3 on the tally marks. 1, 2, 3. And then we have 4. Oh, see, I didn't know that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's such an American thing to have so many different things for bands. So marching band is different than regular band. That's not the same thing as orchestra, right? You're not in the orchestra band. So we have 5. This is the 5. So 5 is the top beat, right? With a slash, that's the 5. So then we have 5 plus 1 is 6, right? 5 plus 1 is 6. 5 plus 1 is 6. And then we have 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. Thank you so much for liking the live, everybody. We have 8, right? So 5 plus 3 is 8. And then we have 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. Well, you might be wondering, well, what's 10? 10 is actually 1 and a 0. That's what 10 is. This is not 10, because as we mentioned here, this is actually 55, right? So when we're looking, every column has a number representing. You don't combine the columns. What we're doing is we're having every individual number as its own thing. So we have 10, it looks like that. We have 11, that's 11, 1 and 1. This is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then 20. There we go. How are we doing? Are we all right? Thank you, everybody, for liking the live. Thank you so much for liking the live. So we're going to continue on. So guess what? Because I have these dots right here, these are my labels. If this is my ones, this is my thousands. However, if I choose this one to be my ones place, I can actually make it a really, really small decimal. So we can actually do 0.00001. And our final answer is 00001. It's a really, really small answer. I'm going to continue to use this one as my place value, and we can actually show you the difference in the Roman numerals. So if we have 1 Roman numerals, that's what that would be. We have 2 Roman numerals, that would be the 2 beads. We have 3 Roman numerals, 1, 2, 3, and then we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice that 5 is a V. The V is the top beat like that. And so then we have 6. 6 again is one top beat, is the 5, and plus 1 is 6. And then we have 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. And then we have 8. 8 is 5 plus 3, and then 9. Well, 9 Roman numerals is just 1 minus 10. But in Abacus, it's actually just 5 plus 4 is 9. And again, what's 10? 10 is a 1 and a 0. There we go. So when we're looking, we're understanding that this is a 1 and a 0. Hello, everybody. Hello. Thank you so much for joining. Please keep your mind open for something different.
Now open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
Hello, Lucifer. Lucilfer. Hello, Nar. Thank you so much, Nar, for sending a live something. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Hello, Nar. Okay, so we're continue on. We're gonna continue on. Well, what are we gonna do? Well, in I don't know. I'm seeming a little bit off today. All right. Thank you, Abacustract. Thank you so much for sharing the live. All right. So we're gonna continue on with what? Okay. Um, if anybody's interested, I also have a 3-digit maze. 3-digit maze just talks about just 3 digits. We're talking about the hundreds, the tens, and the ones. And if we were to look, there we go. If we were to look, what number do you think that is? Thank you so much for sharing my live. Abcabstract. Abacustract. Okay, what number do we think this is? So we're talking about the hundreds, the tens, and the ones. So we're looking at the hundreds, the tens, and the ones. What number do we think that is? It's a 3-digit, it's a 3-digit number, and we're doing 3 digits, right? Because how do we know? There's these beads are touching the horizontal bar. This is the horizontal bar, so that's what's being touched. Thank you, No Name. It is 889. Thank you, Merc. So we're looking at the bead, right, to figure out what one we're doing. Thank you, Bubbles. It is 889. You're right. So this is a 3-digit number, right? And again, we just talk about the beginning of the book talks about how to read the abacus, and then we talk about the 2-digit numbers. So I slowly tell you how to read the 2-digit numbers. So 2 digits is 2 and then 8. That is 28, and then you'll notice how it looks on the picture. And then we start going to the 3 digits. 3 digits is 547. So 547, that's a 3-digit number. That's what it would look like. The top beat is a value of 5. The top beat is a value of 5. When it touches this horizontal bar, it's being counted. So this is 4, right? The 4 bottom beats, and then 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. Hello, I'm back researching. Good show for you to watch. Yeah, what show is that, Board? This is the maze, and then again, you're supposed to take a look at the number, and you're supposed to try to find the path. And then, what do? Oh, I give you this mask maze so you can cover up the answers, so that it's difficult to see. You do have that option. I give you the option to download it. There we go. The QR code's right there. But orchestra was different from regular band. Yeah, that's a. I don't know. I don't think it was like that when I was young. But yeah, I know what you mean. I remember I wanted to be part of the band, but I could never figure out how to get there. Because when I moved to America from Canada, we never had things like that. Okay, so I don't think we separated it, but I could be wrong. It's been so long since it was back. So this is the reverse maze. The reverse maze means that I give you the path and I give you the number, and it's up to you to figure out what the number is. So you're going to have to color in. You have to color it in what the number is. Excuse me. Okay, Board. What is the show that you want me to watch? And then I do have the answers in the back of the book. What's the show? So if you're interested, that's what we have is a 3-digit, and then what we have is a 4-digit one. The 4-digit one is exactly what it is. It's a 4-digit abacus book. Here we go. There we go. So that is a 4-digit number. What we're doing is we're doing the thousands, the hundreds, the tens, and the ones. When you're free, look up Phantom Regiment 2008 show called Spartacus. Oh, I've seen Spartacus. Spartacus. Wait, but 2008? Who played in that one? No, I think I watched Troy with Brad Pitt. 2008, the Phantom Regiment. That's interesting. Is it Greek based? I will look it up. Oh, it's a marching band show. Oh, interesting. Okay, that sounds interesting. Thank you. I will make a note of it. La 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 la. Where's my papers? I will make a note of it. Okay, got it. Hi, Abraham. Abraham, how's it going? Phantom Regiment. Spartacus. 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 Yep. Good. Good, good, good. I'm trying different shows. The difference between... Oh, I see. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's just one of those things, like... I do think it's an American thing. Oh, so for those of you that are interested, I do have a 4-digit maze. So it's the thousands, the hundreds, the tens, and the ones. And we're just going to keep going. So we're just going through... I just about to go to bed. And I say, yeah, thank you so much for dropping by. Thank you so much for dropping by, Abraham. Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Now, I hope you have a good night.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
I love marching band. Okay. I'll always be here. Likewise, I will always be here too, because my goal is to...
Gee, mate, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
So we're going to continue on, and this is again the maze, and the maze is you're trying to figure out what the numbers is on the abacus, right? And then you find the path. So here is when it's not actually answered, and it's just a bunch of blank pages. So here's my question. What number do we think this is? So I don't know if you could see that, but I'm going to reiterate it on my abacus. I have my thousands, my hundreds, my tens, and my ones. What number do we think that is? When you go live anyways. Yeah. See you later, Abraham. Thank you so much. Thank you, board. It is 8,558. Thank you, no name. Yes, well done. Thank you, board. Yes, it is 8,558. And when we're looking, we're just going to... The idea is to color in the abacus, and then you would have to find the path. So the path goes up to 8,558. So that's what that is. And so, again, I gave you the concept of the mask maze. The reverse maze. And the reverse maze is you take the number and you're supposed to color in what the number it is. So here is 4,451. So the plan is to try to color this in 4,451. And then I have answers in the back of the bell. Okay, I'll see you later. Be sure you watch the show. I will try to find it. I'll try to find it. So then that is. So it's abacus mazes, 4-digit puzzles. Bet you don't, Shields. Shields is very negative. So those are what it is. And then we're done with that. What we just did was we learned how to read the abacus. We're going to go into understanding how to move the abacus. That's what we're doing. It's on YouTube. Oh, good. Okay, that's very helpful. Thank you. How long is it? Da, 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 da. Yeah. People can be negative. But that's not going to bring me down. All right. So, 13 minutes? Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you. I will take a look at that. Yeah, if it was like 2 hours, it'd be a different story. But if it's only 13 minutes, I got 13 minutes to spare and learn what the difference is between orchestra and band. Okay, so... Or marching band and orchestra and band and all those different things. Thank you. All right. So, thank you, No Name. We're going to do a little review, and then we're going to stop over here for the subtraction. So I did see your comment. Thank you so much. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to flip through this book. This book is understanding how to use the abacus for adults. And so let me pin that. Okay, so this is Abacus for Adults, just for those of you that are very interested. If you're going to see the difference, look at Marching Band on YouTube. It'll pull up. Okay. Yeah, my nephews were in marching band and orchestra and all this and that, and I was just like, ooh. But I never, So it was just very interesting. And they would, and they would always like have these formations and stuff, which is really crazy. So again, we're talking about the beginning bunch of shows. Okay. Oh no, I'll take a look at the one that you have. I wanted to be specific. So again, we're talking about how to read the abacus. We're talking about the big brain notes. We talk about how to count, right? How to count from 1 to 100, and then we start doing the mask. We start doing the mazes again. Again, the mazes is you try to figure out this number, and then you try to figure out the path. So then after that, we do the 3-digit numbers, and then here's the maze again. And then we did. It's normally during halftime at football games. Yeah, okay. I also know they do parades as well, because like the Rose Parade has a bunch of marching band, like marching band. Yeah. And there's like these competitions as well from so like in my area there's like competitions for marching band. I give you the reverse maze. I show you how to add, and then I show you how to subtract. Wait, no name? You said you wanted to do subtraction. When you're talking about subtraction, you're not just talking about this, are you? So if I have this number over here, oh, that's adding. Yeah, then they do competitions. I remember my nephews were doing competitions. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to find paper. I had my papers. I just gotta find my papers. Gotta find my. Oh, here it is. Yep. Okay. This is the most famous one. Oh, okay. I don't know if they go up to that. Um. So. No name. Are you still around? So we'll talk about probably not. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, so we can do this one. So, oh, you're here. Okay, when you say subtraction, is there a specific question that you have that's subtraction? So let's say like this one right here, right? So what number is this? What number do we have there? We have the hundreds. We have the hundreds. Nope. We have the hundreds, the tens, and the ones. What number do we think that is? Right? Anyway, I'll probably go back and stop yapping about marching band. Thank you. It is, yes, it is 496. Oh, I see. Go back, go to bed. I see. Yes. Yeah, have a good night. Have a good night, board. Thank you so much for dropping by. Okay, so we have our next number. What number is this? Oh, I totally messed it up. So that's okay. We do 496. So what number is that one? Can you see that? No, it is 16. Thank you. So, okay, so notice it's 16, right? Take away 1, take away 1, take away 6. So when we're doing take away 1, take away 6. So that is a little bit about a simple subtraction, meaning that if there's enough beads, we take it away. So I know that's not what you're talking about. But what is my final answer? What's my final answer? Yes, it is. It is 480. So what we just did is we just took this number, right? We had 496. 496, and we take away 16. Take away 1, take away 6. So when we take away, we move it away from the horizontal bar. Does that make sense, no name? So when we look, all we did was take it away from the horizontal bar. So this becomes minus the 1, and then that's minus the 6. Okay, so we're going to continue on. So again, this is pixel art. The pixel art is going to be super simple. Because it's super simple, please still use the abacus to help you move the beads. So we have 8 on the abacus. We have 8 on the abacus. I want to take away the 3. To take away the 3, all I got to do is take away the 3, right? So what we're doing again is we take it away from the horizontal bar to take away. So our final answer is 5. So the idea here is to just do the questions on the abacus, making sure that you do it because I want you to see how the beads move. If you don't understand how the beads move, it will be difficult to watch. It'll be difficult to imagine. So the idea here is to be able to see the beads move. Okay, so then we start talking about how to make a 5. You know how to make a 5, yeah, no name? So you know how to make a 5, right? Making a 5 is plus the 4 is equal to plus the 5, right? So we have 4 on the abacus, right? Yeah, okay, so let's do a little review on this. So I know this is going to be really quick, but this is the concept of the book. So we have 4 on the abacus. We have 4 on the abacus. Let's do this really quick, and you'll see the correlation, right? Okay. So remember, if I have 4 on the abacus, 1, 2, 3, 4, we have 4 on the abacus. If I want to add the next 4, remember, I don't want to add it here. I want to add it here. If I do this, this is 44. But I want to add the 4 here. Can't do it. The only way I can do it is I need to round up to 5. So I got to take away the 1 from the first 4, and I add it to the 5 to make a 5. So what I did is I made a 5. So my final answer is 8. 5, 6, 7, and 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. So I do it again on my abacus, right? We can do it again. So even if we did 3 plus 3, right? 3 plus 3, well, adding the 3 on the abacus, I want to add another 3. To add another 3, right? You don't remember this. See, if you don't know how to do the adding, then it'll be difficult to do the subtraction. Yeah. So then that's what it is you need to know your addition. You need to know how to add in order to subtract, because it is very much the same. It's just the inverse. You know what I mean? So if I have 3 on the abacus, so we have to go back. If the 3 on the abacus, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm barely learning. It's quite confusing. Okay. So I'm brushing. Okay, you know what? Okay, I got it. Let me go back. Hello, Michael. Let me go back. Let's take a few steps back. Okay, let's take a few steps back. I was thinking that you already knew how to do your 5s. All right, there's all these things that you need to understand first before we go into it. All right? Yes, let's take a few steps back. I didn't realize where you were. I was thinking that you already knew how to add the 5. Okay, so before we keep going, let me do a little flip through of this, and then we're going to go into going into a little bit slower. So when we're looking, right, we want to add the 5. Okay, so this book here talks about adding the 5, and we subtract the 5. These are core concepts we need to understand in Abacus world. And then we need to understand how to make a 10 and how to subtract a 10. Well, I also do a little bit of what we call repeated addition, and then we talk about minus the 10, which is borrowing or carrying on. Adding the 10 and subtracting the 10 is borrowing and carrying on. And then I give you activities. The activities are to keep you, engaging and entertained and interactive, but two, also to talk about what the questions are. Hello, Audrey. Hi, Audrey. How you doing? How you doing? It is very late for you. You need to go to sleep. So this is the workflow, and it will help you when you start doing a what we call a multi-step. The 2-step equations in Abacus world, it's called a mixed formula. In mainstream, I would call it a multi-step equation. And I give you puzzles, I give you more activities, I give you mazes, and color by number. So these are all the things that you get to do in the book. And I do have answers in the back of the book. Okay, so let's take it a step back. All right, so here is my other book. This book is meant for preschoolers that are probably 3, 4, and 5 to be able to do Abacus. It's right there. There we go. All right. And Michael's in the house. So this is a preschool for Abacus. Preschool Abacus for adults. And I'm sorry, preschool Abacus math. And so again, what we're doing, we'll do a flip through and then we'll go into adding and subtracting. So here we're doing some some bead recognition and understanding the numbers, and I give activities in this. Kids that are younger than 10 can actually do Abacus fascinating. Yes. Hello, Frank. Hello, Frank. Thank you so much. Thank you for helping me take over the world.
Gee, Rain, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
So then we talk about the activities, and this is just understanding the beads with making sure that they understand how the beads work with the numbers. That's all it is. And then my favorite, Audrey, that's what we're trying to do, right? We're trying to take over the world. We're trying to take over the world with math. That's what we're trying to do. So if anybody's interested in some algebra, go ahead and follow Audrey ACG math tutor. She does algebra, which is above my pay grade. I only do basic arithmetic. So this is counting, and then we're just going to keep going. We're going to talk about how to count forward. After we're counting forward, we count backwards. After counting backwards, we figure out how to count what's in between. After what's in between, then we figure out what's surrounding, and then we do comparison. Who is bigger, who is smaller, and now we're going to get into some adding and some subtracting. So the question is how to add. Well, yes, I follow our Love Our Lives. Oh, no name. So Audrey, you know no name? So here is the thing. In Abacus World, we need to focus on the second number. The second number is what tells us whether or not we're going to use a formula or not. So here we have 7 on the abacus. I want to add the 1. When I add the 1, the question is, do I have enough? Can we do it? Yes, we can. We can add the 1, so my final answer is 8. So when we're looking, we have 8. 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. So again, we're looking at the second number. Bubbles, that's where you keep the tally. Does that make sense? Oh, I don't know if Bubbles is still here. But that's how we're keeping the tally. Once you finish the calculations, the answer will show up. And so we do it again. If I have 6 on the abacus, I'm not going to pay attention to the result. What I want to do is I want to understand how to make the 2. When I make the 2, right, can I add it? Yes, I want to add the 2. So my final answer is 8. Again, what we're doing is we're understanding how to move the beads. Does that make sense? So this becomes 8. We're not focusing on the result. We're focusing on the process. Marry the process, divorce the result. So look, I look at the 2. I don't look at the 8. It's the same thing with the 3. So if in mainstream world, you could do dots, or you could do abacus, or you could do tallies. I like to do the abacus, right? Because I can subitize. Subitize means that if I look at the number, I know what it is. If I add the 5, I add the 3, I know that this is 8. Notice when I go to the horizontal bar, I'm adding. When I go away from the horizontal bar, I am subtracting. So I can do it one step further. I can actually do 50 plus 30 30. This becomes 80, right? 80 is an 8 and a 0. I could do it again. You could do it through the mainstream, right? But that's a whole lot of dots that you would have to start figuring out. So we could do it one more step. We could do 500 plus 300 300 gives me 800. And then if you know how to add, you know how to subtract. Excuse me. So, on my abacus, I have 7. And I want to take away the 1. All I got to do is take it away from the horizontal bar. Like that. So my final answer is 6. Again, the answer will just appear like magic. You expect little kids to understand what you're saying and using high-level education words? No. But I'm not teaching little kids now, am I? I'm teaching adults. And if you happen to be a little kid, then you should be in bed because it's very late for you. So, right? I don't understand. I don't understand why people just make comments like that. So again, we're understanding, right? We have the 3 on the abacus. We want to take away the 2. To take away the 2, all we got to do is minus the 2 like that. So my final answer is 1. True, I'm listening. You need to go to bed, little baby. You need to go little bed. So, I'm not understanding where this judging is coming from. I'm telling you right now, I've taught 2, 3, 4,000 kids. I've been teaching abacus for 20 years. This is not like a fly-by-night kind of a thing. And all of these activities that I have created is all about the abacus. So, put your judgy words away. And if you want to listen, you can go right ahead. Thank you, Frank. My daughter's watching with me. Right now, she loves it. Oh. I'll make sure not to use any bad words. No name. That's funny. All right. So we're going to do, when we're doing this, right? Remember, when we're adding, right? When we're adding, we go to the horizontal bar. When we subtract, we go away from the horizontal bar. This is the horizontal bar, and we're going to take it away. So what I do is I want to take away the 3. When I take away the 3 right here, I'm taking it away from here. That's what I'm doing. So my final answer is 1. Does that make sense? So when I'm looking, right, understand if you know how to add, you will know how to subtract. When we want to add the 5. When we add the 5, we're going to add the 2, right? Now we have 7. We can do it again. Remember what 6 is. 6 is 1 beat on top and 1 beat on bottom. Together, that's what 6 is. If I have 3 on the abacus already, I want to add the 6. I want to add the 6. It's 1 beat on top, 1 beat on bottom, and you bring it together. If I want to take away 6, again, it's minus the 5 and minus the 1. Notice it's together, though, like that. So 1 beat on top, 1 beat on bottom, you push it apart. So that is what we get to be minus 6. We could do it again with the 7. 7, right? 7 is 1 beat on top, 2 beats on the bottom. That's what 7 is. And then, thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael. So we have 7. But what happens if there's 2 on the abacus already? If there's 2 on the abacus already, again, adding the 7 is plus the 5 plus the 2 and bring it together. So my final answer is 9. When I want to subtract, when I want to subtract, all I got to do is move it away like this. We're okay with that, right? That makes sense? So when we're adding, you go to the horizontal bar. When we're subtracting, we go away from the horizontal bar. So my final answer is 2. It's not rocket scientist math. Right? And so again, it's the same thing with the 8. We add the 8. 8 is 1 beat on top, 3 beats on the bottom. Right? But if I have 1 on the abacus, I want to add 8. Again, it's still 1 beat on top and 3 beats on the bottom when you bring it together. This is what 9 is. Right? Again, notice that what we're doing is we're focusing not on the result, we're focusing on the process. And then we have 9. And 9 is easy. What is 9? 9 is you bring it together, you push it apart. That's all it is. You bring it together, you push it apart. So my final answer is 1. All right, so we're done with this, right? And then that's the other thing is mainstream math says, well, you need to memorize how to make a 9. All the kids need to memorize how to make a 9. And I'm like, why? Abacus, you don't need to, because it will tell you if you need to, if you have those numbers already. So if I have 1 on the abacus, I want to add 8. There's already 8 available, so I just add the 8, right? So we could do it again with the 2. If I have 2 on the abacus, I want to add 7. All I got to do is just add the 7. I have nothing to worry about. I have nothing to memorize, and I have nothing, because I just need to look at my abacus and I see it there. So we have to do 3 again. We have 3 on the abacus, right? And I want to add 6. To add the 6 again, when we're looking, all we're doing is we're just looking at our abacus to see if they have enough. And we do. So just add the 6. So there's no memorizing involved here. You're just looking at the abacus to see what we have. And then we could do it again with the 4, right? The 4 and then the 5. The top, and then together it becomes 9. Okay, so now we're going to get into, well, what happens when there's not enough? This is where No Name probably left off at. We probably didn't go into understanding how to make a 5. So this is where we are not going to memorize 4 plus 4. We're not going to memorize 4 plus 4. What we're going to do is we're going to understand how to make a 5. Remember how to make a 5? Making a 5 is what? 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. That's what we're doing. 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. So what is the question? The question is 4 plus 4. We have, on the abacus, we have 4. I'm going to do it 2 ways. One way is with pennies, right? We have 4 on the abacus. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 on the abacus. That's what 4 is, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to add this 4. I don't have enough beats to add the 4, but guess what? I can utilize the 5. Because I can utilize the 5, I'm going to put that down, but that's too much. I need to take away 1. So I take away the 1, and my final answer is 8. I could do it again on the abacus. I can add the 5, and then take away the 1. And my final answer is 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's try a different way. And I like this way better because we're truly making a 5. Okay. So we have 4 on the abacus, right? Let's go back. Let's do that again. 4 on the abacus. We're not going to memorize 4 plus 4. What we're going to do is we're going to understand how to make a 5. All right? We're going to understand how to make a 5. What do you mean? We have a 4 right here. This needs to become 5. You don't want to add together because that's what this does is mainstream math, you count up. 5, 6, 7, 8. You count up. But in abacus world, we don't need to. In abacus world, we have this concept. 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. We want to round up to 5. To round up to 5, we got to get 1 from somewhere. But to get the 1 from somewhere, we got to take it from the previous number. We got to take it from the first number. So we got to take away 1 from here, right? Take away 1. We got to give that away. We take it away a 1, and we add it to the bottom number. Now I've made a 5. Now I've made a 5. So my final answer is 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Just all I gotta do is add the 5. So that's what we're doing. This is a concept I'm showing you. This is very easy. The concept is what I'm trying to show you. The questions are easy. When we know how to do the concept, then we can actually scale it. But understand the concept. Thank you, Jillian, for the share. So we're going to continue on. Oh, thank you so much, No Name. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So we could do it again. We do it again until it becomes automatic, right? You do it again. But see, look, if you notice, every time you see the question, it's the same number. So it's the same concept. So if I have 3 on the abacus, 1, 2, 3, I want to add 4. If I add the 4, I need to make this a 5. To make this a 5, what do? I need to add the 1. The 1 has to come from somewhere. The 1 will come from the first number. It will come from the 3, right? You got to give away this number. You got to give away this 1. So you make it a 5. So this becomes 5, just like a blue bead. This becomes 5. So it's plus the 5 minus the 1, and my final answer is 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. Do you see how that works? So you add the 5 minus the 1. I know you had to subtract in order to add. It's very, very different than mainstream math.
If you're going hard enough left, you'll find yourself turning right.
Oh, right. That makes perfect sense. Turn right to go left.
We had to subtract in order to add. Hello, Jess. Hello, Zatra. How's it going? Welcome. We were just doing some adding of the 5 right now. Thank you, Manifest Baddie. Thank you. Hello, Max. So does that make sense? When we understand how to do this, right? And then we could do it again. Thank you so much for the roses. Thank you so much for the rose. Sounds like fun. You're so kind, Jess. You're so kind. So we can do it again, right? Thank you so much for the roses. Thank you so much for the roses, Atra. So when we do it again, oh my goodness, there's gonna be a Greek festival down in my city next week. I think I'm gonna go to it, but it depends on like how busy I get. Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be interesting. Yeah, and I thought about you. All right, so 2 on the abacus, right? We have 2 on the abacus, and I want to add the 4. Again, you should definitely go if you have time. Yeah, that's what I was planning to do. I'm planning to go, but we'll see. We'll see if I have the. Yeah, I have to see. So we have 4 on the abacus, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to add this to the 2. Again, we're not going to do this because that is 42. What we want to do is we want to add the 4 to the 1's place. But we're not going to count up. We're not going to be like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're not going to do that. What we're going to do is we're going to understand a concept. The concept is... Oh, I would have to go check that. Okay. If you go, I hope they have... Okay, I'll go check that. Leucomaids. Okay. So remember, we got to add the 1. To add the 1, we got to get it from somewhere. It has to come from the previous number, right? It comes from the previous number, and then what we do is we take away 1 from here. We have now made a 5. We made a 5, right? So we made a 5 and we add that. So my final answer is 6. 5, 6. Cool? So we could do it again with the 1. When we're looking, again, we have 1 on the abacus. We want to make this a 5. We got to take it away from here, take it away from here, right? Take it away from here, and then add the 5. Take it away from here and add the 5. So my final answer is 5. That's it. So we could do it again. Guess what? Because this is a whole set. There's a whole set. You know how to add the 3. You need to add the 1. You need to add the 2. Thank you so much, Zatra. Thank you so much, Jess, for the roses. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that. So when we're looking, we could do it again. But guess what? It's a different set of numbers, but the concept is still the same. The concept is still the same. When we're looking, we have 4 on the abacus, right? We have 4 on the abacus. I want to add 3. To add the 3, what do? To add the 3, we have to add the 2 to make a 5. Thank you so much, Jess. Thank you so much. So we have to add the 5. Adding of the to make a 5, we need to add the 2. The 2 has to come from somewhere. The 2 comes from the 4. So the 2 comes from the 4. The 2 comes from the 4 to make a 5 with the 3. So my final answer is 7. Does that make sense? So again, if you can add, you can subtract. So we can add. We add the 5 and then minus the 2. Guess what? We have 7 here. We're going to do the opposite. To minus, it's minus the 5 plus the 2. Add, it's plus the 5 minus the 2. So I'm kind of combining the two. But if you notice, if you know how to add, you know how to subtract because it's just the reverse. So we could do it again with a 3. 3 plus 3, we're not going to memorize what 3 plus 3 is. What we're going to do is we're going to understand that if I have 3 and I want to add another 3, I got to get a 2 from somewhere to make my 5. So if I got to get a 2 from somewhere, where's it going to come from? It's going to come from my previous number, right? It takes it away from my previous number and I could make my 5. So there we go. There's my 5. So we have my answer. 5 plus 1 is 6. So we did. We plus the 5 minus the 2. That's what we did. Plus the 5 minus the 2. And my final answer is 6. How are we doing? Does that make sense? There we go. Yes, right? See, but that's the thing is you need to know these formulas. You need to know how to add. If you know these formulas, then it'll be easy to do the subtraction. And we'll get into the subtraction in a little bit. But I want to keep continuing on to understand. See, notice the way I have it is I broke it up into the process, right? How do you add a 3? How do you add the 4? How do you add the 2? And then finally, how to add the 1. Now notice when you add, right? When you're adding 2, when you have the 2 on the abacus and you want to add another 1, guess what? We don't need to have the formula. So we don't need to use a formula. Just add the 1. Same thing with the 3. If I want to add 3 on the abacus, I have 3 on the abacus, I want to add the 1. Do I need to use a formula? No, I don't need to use a formula. I just need to add the 1. This is where you need the formula. This is where you need to add the 1. Plus the 1. Here, there's no more room to do it. What do? We have to make this a 5. To make it a 5, what do? Minus, take away the 4 from here, and then you add the 5. So that's what the answer is. Thank you, Jess, so much. Yes, Satra. If you could tap the screen, it would be really appreciative so I can teach other people how to do basic arithmetic on the abacus, because I think this is the greatest thing. And if you can visualize your numbers, I think it's really good. And you want to keep your brain active. It's like brain gymnastics, just like Sudoku, crossword puzzles, jigsaw puzzles, word searches. And then we have abacus. Thank you, Jess, so much for the roses. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So when we're looking, right, that's what this is. And then I give you a bunch of activities. There's the color by number, there's the mazes, there's word problems, the hidden words, and so forth. And then I have tic-tac-toe as well. And this is what I try to do. This is all about understanding how to make a 5. And the questions are simple. It's supposed to be. But this is meant for like kids that are like maybe 4, 5, and 6. Right, because the numbers kind of get long, and then I have answers in the back of the book. I like these type of sales. I don't know what type of sales that is. Okay, so that's what this is. You still have the answers in the back of the book. So we're going to continue on to how to subtract. So no name. This is where it becomes interesting because you can see now. You could see if you add, you could subtract. Okay. So here's the next book. The next book is How to Subtract. All right. What is the question? It's the same questions, right? When we're looking, oh, look, it looks very similar, doesn't it? Plus the 4 is equal to plus the 5 minus the 1. No, 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 no. This is subtraction. So remember, when we have to do it, it's minus the 4 minus 1 is equal to minus the 5. This is what we're doing, right? We're trying to make a 5. This happens to be not negative. We're not doing negative. We're doing subtraction, but I need to show how to subtract this 5. Right? That's what we're doing, is subtracting the 5. So guess what? If I have 8 on the abacus, I have 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? I have 8 on the abacus. 8 on the abacus. What do? I have to take away 4. What happens? I have to break my 5. To break my 5, right? I have to break my 5. My 4 is here. Do you see that? So I have to break my 5, but what happens? If I break my 5, I only take away the 4, and I need to add this 1 back to my previous number. So then my final answer is 4. So I take away the 5, I broke it, right? I break my 5, and I need to add that 1 back. Does that make sense, No Name? So what we do is we understand how to add. Now we're doing how to subtract. You notice if we want to add, it's plus the 5 minus the 1. Now it's the opposite, minus the 5 plus the 1. And my final answer is 4. We could do it again. We could do it again. We could do it again. Here is 7 on the abacus, right? We have 7 on the abacus. But notice when I do 7, it's 5, right? 5, and then 6 and 7, right? So we have 5, 6, 7. So that's what 7 is. And then we want to take away the 4. But to take away the 4, what do? We got to break this 5. We got to break the 5. And then we could take away the 4 and add it to the first number. So this becomes 3. So what do? We have 7 on the abacus. We have to take away 5 and then plus the 4. Excuse me, plus the 1. And so my final answer is 3. We could do it again with the 6. It's a little bit different, right? It's a little bit different because this is not how mainstream math teaches it. So we have 6 on the abacus, 5 and 1 is 6. 5 and 1 is 6. I want to take away 4 from here. To take away 4, we got to break this 5. To break the 5, we got to subtract it, and then we got to add back it to here. Add back the 1. So I take away my 4, and my final answer is 2. All right. Thank you, everybody, for liking the live. Thank you so much for liking the live. Okay, what's going on? Yeah, I think I'm about done again. That's crazy. Okay, how are we doing? Is No Name, are you still here? Does that make sense? Okay. Ooh, how are we doing? I am beat. I don't know. I just got tired all of a sudden. So I think I'm gonna end it. It's gonna be a short one because I gotta get ready for class tomorrow. I have another student tomorrow that I gotta do. I have we're working on the two-step equations. That's what we're doing. So, okay. How are we doing? I think I'm going to end it. I am going to head out. And I'm going to pack up. So thank you everybody for joining. I don't know if No Name's still here. Thank you, Jess. I will see you in my next live. Thank you so much for joining. Yes, thank you so much. Okay, Michael. Yeah, right. I just got tired all of a sudden. All right. Thank you, Michael, for joining. Hello, America. Man, it's been so long. I can't even remember what the two-step equations even. You don't remember? It's adding of the 1, adding of the 5, and adding of the 10. That's what the two-step equation is. That's all it is. Okay, see you later, board. Hi, bye. Two-step equations, you just need to bring it together. Remember how to do the 7? 7 is plus the 10 minus the 3. And then what do? Can't minus the 3. What do? Minus the 3. Minus the 5 plus the 1. Turn off my phone. Oh, no worries. I'm going to head out. Yeah, I'm going to head out. All of a sudden I was just like, whew, I got tired. I should be learning this. I'm majoring in early childhood education. Oh, that'd be good. That'd be good. If you can introduce this to children, that'd be fantastic. Because I actually have workbooks that I created for preschoolers. Yeah. So I actually created books. Thank you, No Name. I'll see you in my next live. I think I'm going to try go on tomorrow morning, but it all depends if I can get my activities together. Yeah. So, Mirakayu. Yep, I'll be there. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a long day. Yeah. I have an assignment due on Tuesday that I have to teach my class inequalities. Oh, inequalities, that's just comparing. So I did that here, where you talk about like the abacus and you finally. Oh, okay, good. So inequalities would be like how to make a 5. Yeah. I have to teach them as they are in first grade class. Yeah, it'll be easy. If you use the abacus, it'd be very easy. But the biggest thing is get them to understand how to read the abacus. If you don't get them to understand and read the abacus, then it'll be difficult to get them to actually implement the abacus. The first thing you do is to understand how to get them to read the abacus. So the inequalities, that'd be easy. You just gotta give it all. Hello, Cody. Oh, hello. Not trying to be weird, but your voice is very satisfying. Oh, hello. No, I've heard that before. I've heard that before. And my laughter, I heard, is very contagious, too. But thank you, Mayor. What time will you be streaming tomorrow? I'm going to try to get on. I don't know. I think I'm going to try to, if I get to bed early, I think I'm going to try to get on about 6 in the morning, which is Pacific Standard Time. However, don't quote me on that. Because I still got to make sure that I got my activity. I'm ASTS, so was I ASTS? Probably about 9 o'clock. Yeah, because it's like really late for you right now. It's probably about, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock? Right now, it's 10:50. What time is it for everybody? If you could put it in the chat, what time is it for everybody right now? 15K, not too shabby. Yeah, it's not too shabby. Not too shabby, Jess. Not too shabby. We're in the same time. Yeah, see? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's 10 minutes to 2. See, that's crazy. Jess, I can't believe you're still up. I'd be totally like, no, I can't do it. Thank you so much for the rose. Thank you so much for the rose. Yeah, I'm making art. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'll try to be there. I love it if you could do a quick recaps of the inequalities on the abacus. Well, if you can give me some questions, but like, if I show you that this is 4 is not the same as 2. I don't know. I would have to think about that. If you can give me like questions, like, do you have like any specific questions? Like, you go show 9, but if I did this, it'd be 999. And is that the same as, are they the same? No, they're not the same, but they have the same numbers. Yeah, but they don't have the same columns because this is only 2 columns. This is 3 columns. So this is 999 or this is 99. Is that what you mean by inequalities? So I don't, yeah, it'll be interesting. Not really. My assignment is just to make a lesson plan of inequalities and present it to my peers. Yeah. Okay. So, but to get your lesson plan, always have examples, right? So you need to have examples so you know what you're trying to say. So like if you notice what I've been trying to do, I've been going through specific examples to say what this is what inequality is. Don't be theorizing what it is. Show them what it is. Show them how it's unequal. You know what I mean? Because kids don't understand. Kids don't understand the words that are coming out of our mouths. What they understand is what they visually see. Because we're very visual. We're very visual beings. So use product. Use some sort of activity or concreteness. Because at that age, they need to have that. They need to have that physicalness. Good luck, Mirakayu. Myra. So is that the 3 on the abacus isn't the same as 1? The 3 on the abacus is the same as 1? This is 3 is not the same as 1. Yeah, that is inequality, right? So if I did 41, is that the same as 51? No. That's what I think inequality is, right? We're comparing numbers. Isn't that what inequality is comparing numbers? Or are you comparing like objects? Like how many? I don't know. I think that's what inequality is. I actually never did a lesson on inequality. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. Yeah, it could be. Because what is inequality? Oh, inequality is just really comparison, right? What they're doing is comparing what number is what number. So I have it this, right? If this is 9 and this is 5, which one's bigger? It's numbers since it's a math class for child educators. Yeah. So what you're doing is you're comparing numbers. That's what see, that's what I'm saying. Don't use big words. I don't use big words. I don't like big words. I'm not smart enough for big words. But to me, it'd be like comparing. So I would compare this to this. I know that this is 5 and 6, right? This is 6. I know this is 4, so I know that this is bigger. So I would write my my greater than less than sign. And so what I did is I showed what a greater than less than sign would look like. Right? There's many ways to show. One of them is an alligator, which is kind of dumb. But I like this one where they get the 2 dots. So 2 dots is because it's bigger, or 2 dots is because this side's bigger. And I like that concept better. This makes more sense to me. Yeah. Thank you for the follow. Oh my god. Oh my god, the 2. Yeah, right? That's what I'm saying. I really like the 2 dots because I get confused. I saw that from somebody, and I get confused with the stupid alligator. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm trying to do with the alligator. But the 2 dots, only put the 2 dots where the bigger number is. Yeah. So if the 2 dots, if the number is bigger on this side, where is it? If the number is bigger on this side, then put the 2 dots on this side. If the number is bigger on this side, then put the 2 dots on this side. 1 dot goes there. Yeah, I thought that was brilliant. And that's what made sense to me. Yeah. Okay. I'm literally so lucky to have found you. By complete luck. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. It's interesting when you start talking about like how to teach children, because it is very different, and they're you can teach them anything, and so that's why you have to be very careful with the words you use, because those are the words that they will remember and they will repeat. So be careful of the words you use. Yeah. So this one was supposed to be, what is less than 6? So you can give me any number less than 6. So then they have to understand, well, what number is bigger than 6? You can give me any number bigger than 6. Yeah. Hello, Burly Boy. Thank you for checking in. How's it going? I was just about wrapping up. But yeah. That's interesting. I don't, maybe I should focus on that. I'm studying to be a teacher. There's nothing more that I want to be but oh my God, it's stressful. You know, funny, I realized I've actually don't teach in a regular school, but I do teach abacus to children. And what I do notice is it's all about you it's fine to get the theory, but once you have the student in front of you, then it's a different story. So, like I really enjoy my lives on TikTok because I get a bunch of people that come over and they may or may not understand, and they all have a different pace of understanding what abacus is, and understanding that pace. What I would recommend is if you can empathize how they see it, makes you a better teacher. If that makes sense. If you can empathize what their problems are and what their struggles are, it would make you a better teacher. So that's why like that's why you hear my explanations. I don't know if you've heard my explanations, but that's why you hear some of my explanations. It's because I fine-tuned it, only because I've been able to see it see it on how everybody else sees it, right? How was your Saturday? It was good. I had a class. I had my two students, and I'm actually really excited. I'm happy that the workbook is working out for them. And then I introduced the Halloween book. They were really excited to work on the Halloween book. And you know, another thing, I had a parent, my student's parent. She was so happy that her child was so excited to do the workbook that now she wants to do other workbooks. You know what I mean? And that's a really wonderful compliment. Knowing that she's excited to do my workbooks, that she leverages others. And so she's, my books are so exciting for her that she wants to do it. And I'm really happy. I really do appreciate this. You are extremely helpful. Oh yeah, not a problem. Not a problem, Myriku. Yeah. If you have any questions, I don't know much because I was never formally taught how to teach, but I have students and I have young students, and so what I've noticed is obviously every child is very different. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, Jess. It was a proud moment when I heard that she was excited for my workbooks, and so I know I'm on the right track. I know I'm on the right track because you guys are very helpful to let me know that I'm on the right track. You know what I mean? Miraiku. Okay, yeah. That's what I was thinking. I was like, but I keep seeing the Y. Yeah. Miraiku. Okay, thank you. Miraiku. Like I said, if someone had taught the abacus to me like this, I would have gotten it better. I was going to say, Burly Boy, I was realizing that I have to stop gatekeeping. That's why I started to go on the internet. Miriku. Oh, interesting. Name is tricky for people, especially the Y. Yeah, the Y is kind of throwing me off a little bit. Miriku. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. Of course, I was a special needs when I was growing up. Oh, interesting. It's, that's the other interesting thing. It was interesting because when we introduced Abacus, when I learned Abacus, we were introducing Abacus for either an enrichment program or for accommodation. So I'm surprised that they didn't do that accommodation for you. It is available now, maybe because there's not too many people that know it, but I think there's going to be a whole wave of people. I'll pop in another live after my presentation. Oh yeah, that'd be great. Let me know how that goes. But here's the thing. Take it with a grain of salt, because teaching adults is very different than teaching young people. It's very different teaching the individual people at what grade they are, what level they are, and what their capacity is. Oh, sorry for delaying your. No, that's okay. That's okay. I'm happy we were able to delay it because then I could see a Burly Boy. Have a good night. Have a good night. Yes. But yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. You'll be good. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you for joining. Thank you. See you later.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye. Remember, please discard all candy wrappers and popcorn containers in the nearest trash receptacle. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. Are they all gone? Is everybody gone? Huh? Good. Oh my gosh, my cheeks are killing me. I can't keep smiling like this anymore. I am exhausted. I think I need a break. A little break? Okay.
Burly boy, was it as big as this one compared to my small one? So, I do have a big one. So you're saying that her abacus was like long like this? Alright. Yeah. So this was the one that I grew up with. No, it was a big square one. Oh, that's a different one. That's a 10 by 10. 10 beads, right? 10 columns. That's very different than what I have. Yeah. That's very different than what I have. All right. All right. Thank you. Size matters. Hello, Vinters. I just purchased an abacus so I can... Oh! Instead of an online abacus. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, excuse me. I do recommend having the abacus in front of you than an app. I feel that our human brains cannot really fully understand the two-dimensional abacus. My gosh. Hello, Nate. Everybody's coming. Yeah. Thank you, No Name. I love that you embrace. There's no judgment here. As long as we're all able to laugh about it. And it's also, what did you say? It was also the way the motion of the beads. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. You guys are so funny. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hello, Vinters. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with a big smile on my face, knowing that I have a really funny group of people. I love it. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good night. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you all in my next live. It'll probably be tomorrow morning. It depends if I can get my activities ready for my student tomorrow, but I will try to be my best to go in tomorrow morning. Good night, everybody. Bye.